joined the Marine Corps a few weeks prior to 9/11.
I was active duty for about 5 years and 2 years in the reserves.
I did 4 years active in the Marine Corps from 98 to 02. After the Marine Corps, I did 3 years in the Air National Guard.
When I moved out here to get engaged, I didn't necessarily have a job in place.
After the Guard, that's when my life started going downhill.
I spent some time on the streets. I found myself drinking and using other substances.
My name is Lisa Anderson, and I'm the program manager for the Salvation Army Haven Veterans Return to Work program. We help them to get that career position that's going to help them be sustainable and reintegrate back into civilian society.
I always heard the Salvation Army helps people, and I was starting to see that. They're taking the time to go out of their way and help me.
Jose came to us kind of discouraged. We could tell he had a great work ethic and some good experience, but just because of some things that had happened in his past, he was running into barriers and was having difficulty finding anybody to give him an opportunity.
I was stealing cars, I was robbing stores, selling drugs. The last 8 years have been pretty bad for me. My interviews always went great. Once I got to my background, nobody wanted to hire me. I was just getting shot down from everybody. I was really starting to give up on myself.
We helped him apply to the particular job at the West Hollywood Pavilion store and prepared him for the interview, and he went and aced it and is on his way up. David is a veteran that is working with some of the other Haven programs.
Well, I was, taking care of my mother like I was supposed to, but I was drinking a couple times a week and using other substances while I was taking care of her, and eventually I burnt my bridges and was evicted from the house. I was on Skid Row for 9.5 months, and I was eventually brought into the domiciliary about 8 years ago. I'm recovering from my third relapse since that time.
We worked with him on overcoming some of the barriers that he had, and most recently he took the test and aced it to qualify for CNA, Certified Nursing Assistant training, which has really been a dream of his. Dan was referred to us by JVS WorkSource. He came to us with a job that he had found with Activision. He said that that would be one of his dream companies to work for. He did the online application. We worked with him on the resume and on preparing for the interview. He went and nailed the in-person interview. The rest is history. He got the position and is working there and is very happy.
One of the recent employees at Activision, Dan Berkowitz, things have worked out great. I know Haven has a really unique and powerful approach to match up veterans with organizations in which they would be a great fit. So Dan's a perfect example of that. There's more than 60,000 organizations with the word veteran in their name that are trying to do good for vets. But the fact is, a lot of them, despite the best intentions, aren't necessarily well managed. So we're trying to find the ones that we know are well managed so we can do the most good for the most number of veterans.
With the help of the Salvation Army, they helped me to turn my life around. I did complete 360. I'm sober, I'm clean, I have a job, and I'm about to move into my new place. And I thank the Haven.
Veterans are reliable, they are hard workers, they're natural leaders, and we look for that. Bonds looks for leaders.
I just really want everyone to know how valuable they are, not just because of their veteran status, not because you want to do your patriotic duty by hiring a veteran, but because you're really going to get the best employee possible.
If it wasn't for Haven, I would probably be lost.
If it wasn't for the Salvation Army, I think I would be definitely back on the streets, selling drugs, not really caring about anything.
If it weren't for the Salvation Army, I would be homeless, drinking and using drugs for the remainder of my life.
Doing the most good. That's really what the Salvation Army is all about.